Hey, how's it going, everybody? BurntBrian here, and if you're one of those people that likes pina coladas and you like getting caught in the rain, well, then I think you're going to like this video. Pina colada is Spanish, and pina means pineapple and colada means strained, and so the pina colada is a sweet cocktail made with rum, cream of coconut, or coconut milk and pineapple juice, usually served with either blended or shaken with ice. There are two versions of the drink's origin, but both say it originated in Puerto Rico. The earliest known story states that in the 19th century, Puerto Rican pirate Roberto Cofresi, to boost his crew's morale, gave them a beverage or cocktail that contained coconut, pineapple, and white rum. This was what would be later known as the famous Pina Colada. With his death in 1825, the recipe for the Pina Colada was lost. However, there's a famous historian who contests this version of the story. The Caribe Hilton Hotel claims Raymond Monchito Marrero created the Pina Colada in 1954 while a bartender at the hotel. According to this account, Mr. Marrero finally settled upon the recipe for the Pina Colada, which he felt captured the true nature and essence of Puerto Rico. The hotel was presented with a proclamation in 2004 by Puerto Rican Governor Sila M. Calderon, celebrating the drink's 50th anniversary. Barachina, a restaurant in Puerto Rico, says that a traditional Spanish bartender, Don Ramon Portes Mena, in 1963 created what became the world's famous drink, the Pina Colada. And then finally in 1978, Puerto Rico proclaimed the cocktail its official drink. So the history, the culture behind this drink spans quite a long ways back, and of course it is kind of contested on what the official origin of it is. I kind of like the idea of the pirate story and it kind of fading off that way, only to be rediscovered and resurfaced in a new way that we all come to have loved. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into making this delicious cocktail. Today I'm going to be making the blended version of the Pina Colada. So I've got my NutriBullet cup here. I actually love the NutriBullet. I think it's an amazing blender all around and perfect for this type of drink here. So we're going to start by adding all of our ingredients into this cup. It does call for coconut milk and cream of coconut. I actually don't have any coconut milk, so I'm going to be subbing in half and half for this just to have more of a creamy texture to it. And we're going to be going with 2 ounces of the half and half. We're also going to be using 2 ounces of pineapple juice. Then we're going to need 1 ounce of lemon juice. Next up, we've got 2 ounces of, I'm going with Coco Real. It is a cream of coconut. Now, just got to warn you that this is definitely not a sugar-free drink. So definitely, if you're someone sensitive to sugar, you can't have a lot, do not have this drink. The let's see, the sugar in this is 42 grams per 2 ounces. This drink calls for 2 ounces. So yeah, we're getting a whole lot of sugar. It's basically like drinking a little bit more than I believe a can of Coca-Cola. At least I think they're that much. Maybe they have more sugar than that these days. It's been a while. I typically only have Coke with my shooters nowadays. I try to avoid the drinks. Anyway, next up we're going to go with 2 ounces of a, 3 ounces of a white rum. I have the Naked Turtle white rum here. This is another one that I believe I picked up from maybe it was Total Wine, I want to say, and I've just actually really come to like it. It's just one of those smooth, easy drinking rums, and it's from the Virgin Islands, so you definitely are getting the authentic island rum vibe here. And of course, after the 3 ounces of white rum, it's going to kill this bottle there. Have no fear, I have more rum. We're also going to be doing 3 ounces of a dark rum. I didn't want to use a really expensive one that's going to, kind of be wasted on a drink like this. The expensive reserve rums, you're going to want to just enjoy as either a shooter or, straight up or whatnot. We're going to be going with Myers. This is a classic, original dark rum. And honestly, Myers is really delicious. I think I first discovered it when I was messing around with some of my parents' old cocktail recipes that I had found, and they had one in there for Planter's Punch that used lots of different rums, and Myers was one of those. It just has a very unique flavor to it, that delicious dark rum. I believe it's from the molasses, more than likely, that's used in the process. But okay, we have everything we need to make this drink. It is now assembled. Let me get the NutriBullet here, which is conveniently already plugged in and ready to go. And we're going to add 1.5 cups of ice to this. Ice is added, blade is attached. Let's go ahead and get this baby going. Alright, what you're left with is a beautiful consistency. Perfect. It's not overly icy, so it's not going to be incredibly thick. It should be rather easy to drink. Yeah, man, it's just powdery. It's fucking perfect. I love a good pina colada. And what we're going to do is, bam, just going to add on the maraschino cherries, and that is it. You have the classic Pina Colada cocktail. Now, of course, if you think that the alcohol may be a little bit too much for you, I like a heavier-handed Pina Colada. I like there be a little bit more of that rum backbone. So you can always decrease this by 1 ounce of each. 1 ounce less of the dark rum and 1 ounce of the light rum if you'd like to just go a little bit more on the conservative side. I prefer to go a little bit more full out with mine. See how this one tastes. Oh yeah, that's so good. You get the obvious sweetness. All the coconut really comes through. The cream of coconut stuff is really outstanding. Again, it has a huge sugar content in it, so and carbohydrates. So you kind of want to avoid that. I wouldn't drink these very often, but if you're like me, you're currently on vacation or something, you're relaxing, yeah, it's all right. You can splurge and have one of these. It's perfect for those really hot days. I guess this would be ideal if you were sitting out somewhere on the beach of Puerto Rico and coming in from the hot day of riding waves and whatnot. You could come in and enjoy one of these delicious frozen concoctions that'll just really make you feel nice and good and cool down. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure and give it a big thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Also, click that little bell icon next to the subscribe button and you'll get an email as soon as I upload a new video. That way you're always on top of my new content. And if you would leave me a comment down below. I always love hearing from you guys. Are you a Pina Colada fan? Is this your type of drink? If so, let me know down below in the comments. If you have any variations or you'd like to try my recipe, the recipe will be in the description of this video. And again, thank you all for watching. And as always, stay toasty, my friends. We'll see you in the next video. Cheers.